I can understand that, you know. Why those parents said, look, you know what I'm saying? God damn it. Goddamn, we gonna goddamn preserve our legacy, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna be a goddamn ghetto broad, goddamn, you can pack your shit and get out of our house, you know what I'm saying? And it's good that they did it while they had time, you know what I'm saying? You know, before she got too hooked on those mollies and too engulfed in that back page shit, they was able to get that girl out of their house and save their house. Because if she stayed in there longer, they would have spent their money goddamn on opioids and mollies, you know what I'm saying? She would have bought all those athletes that didn't want to go to the league. She would have been buying all they mollies and opioids and all they brewskis and goddamn Hennessy and paying for their townhouse. And her parents wouldn't have had shit, you know what I mean? You know, so I can tell you. And they said, goddamn, they don't lose any sleep, you know? They said they sleeping better, they feeling better. Now that she out their house, you know what I'm saying? They glad she out, you know what I'm saying? Now she telling other folks what to do, you know what I'm saying? And but see, the thing about the ghetto, they giving her whoopings and stuff. She wasn't getting no whoopings when she was in Halcyon, you know what I'm saying? When she stayed in the Halcyon Forest, they wasn't putting that belt and that extension cord on their ass. Now she get a whooping every day, you know what I'm saying? She get her ass whooped every day, like, man. You know what I'm saying? As old as she is, they putting that belt on her ass, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And when she was in Halcyon, she didn't get no whippings, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man, I ain't gonna lie. That girl, her parents treated her just like a princess. They treated her like a princess. Anything she asked for, anything she wanted, they provided it. And it still wasn't good enough, you know? Yeah, she didn't want to go to Fuse, and she didn't want to go to McIntyre. She said she wanted to go goddamn out there to Montgomery Christian Academy and shit like that. Goddamn, they sacrificed. They moved from Wade Street, got her to goddamn Christian Academy and shit, and nothing was good enough. Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Any level they got her to, it wasn't good enough. You know, she had to have more. She had to do better. And at the end of the day, you know, when that guy got to that breaking point, they daddy, he was like, look, goddamn, before we lose anything, you finna get your shit and get out. Now, you know, they told her, you gonna make your mind up. You know, you gonna either follow our rules or you gonna get your ass out and live with them jokers you trying to take care of. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Live with them jokers you laying up with. That's what you do. Take your ass out there and live with them. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you, lady, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to tell you, she might know that they was right, but you know, I'm going to tell you her mom and daddy was right. She's stubborn as hell. I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, it might not have nothing to do with their bloodline, but that girl's stubborn as hell, lady. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? She can see that she doing wrong and she gonna continue to do wrong. She can actually go back and save herself, but she not gonna save herself. She'll sit up there and die. She'll actually go the wrong way and sit there and drown instead of pulling herself to the goddamn, to the lifesavers. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, something ain't right with this shit, okay? You finna see the consequences, not only you, but everybody around you finna lose. If you don't do right now, she won't do it. She won't do right, lady. She gonna go straight to the wrong, you know what I mean? I don't know why, lady, you know. But all I could tell you is, you know, now back to the story. And them people, you know, it's amazing that little group of people, that they made that difference in Dallas County like that, you know what I mean? They made a difference. They made like a difference in Dallas County that nobody else made, you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you don't really hear about the state troopers and that shit. You know, they ain't really as famous as they could be, you know what I'm saying? But goddamn it, they stood their ground, you know what I'm saying? I tell you, they stood their ground, you know what I'm saying? You know, you don't have no lot of stuff written about them. You don't really know their name. All you know is they was there with a barricade, you know what I mean? Isn't there those 64 Impalas and stuff? 64 Dunks and Caprices, and they stood their ground, you know what I mean? Right or wrong, they stood their ground. And Joe Smitherman and smothered cousins and smothered brothers, smothered from another mother, and hee-haw. I tell you, like, yeah. And goddamn Jover, Smotherman, and smothered cousin, brother. They stood their ground and said, goddamn it, they come in far, we're gonna let the dogs on. I tell you later. I mean, they like, are you sure, Chief? Are you sure we're gonna let the dogs on them? And they said, we sure. If they come any farther than this barricade, we're gonna beat their ass. All right, Chief. Are you sure, Chief? Don't ask me no more. If they go past this line, we gonna billy clip German Shepherd and hold them down. I tell you later. All right, boss. I tell you later. But I tell you later, yeah, you know, those servicemen on that day, they was famous, you know what I mean? They were more famous than any law enforcement in the history of law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really knows why. Nobody knows why it had to be Dallas County. Nobody knows why, lady. Because you go back and look at it, it ain't that important. It seemed like an inside job, you know what I mean? It really, I ain't gonna lie, lady. It really seemed like an inside job. You know why? Because the shit took place in Alabama, you know what I mean? Like, how these people in Alabama making such a difference? They ain't doing nothing outside of Alabama, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about it's making a difference. The whole planet is changing because of the stuff that people in Alabama doing, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really knows why, you know what I'm saying? You only had a bus full of people trying to go across the Edmund Babyface Fetish Bridge and make a record. I want to go down there to LaFace Records and I want to make me a hip-hop album. You're not going to make a hip-hop album. You're going to make an R&B album like we've been doing it. And you're not going to mix no gospel music because that's the devil's music. We don't play the devil's music down here. I'm going to goddamn go down there to the Babyface, Edmonds Babyface Fetish Bridge, and I'm going to make me a rap album. And I'm going to mix a little bit of gospel and blues in it. And they said for some reason, they just, I don't know right now. Them folks said they don't make the devil's music. That's what they said. We don't mix the devil music in our music. It's just something about it. They don't, I don't know if it's a secret law. Well, they say if the people up there in heaven hear you making that music, it's gonna be some chaos around here. And they for real about it, you know. I'm talking about everybody come out their house and they say, do you hear this? Do you hear this devil's music? And they lose it, you know what I mean? They just don't like to hear the devil's music, you know what I mean? So therefore, when they said that Ray Charles can see, Ray Charles can see, you know what I'm saying? Helen Keller can see. Stevie Wonder, the 5 Blind Boys, they can see, but they don't want to see, you know what I mean? They don't want you to know that they can see, like, you know what I'm saying? Because them folks said that's the devil's music for a long time. They said that's what it was. And goddamn, guess what? The rest of the 50 states, when they hear it, they buy it, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the music that they want, you know what I'm saying? They don't want no other music. You know, and guess what? Alabama, they gonna covet that shit till they can get it to the Beach Boys or somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? They want Elvis playing it. They don't want you playing it. You know what I'm saying? As far as you know, nobody don't want it, you know what I'm saying? But goddamn, when they burying him, you gonna hear your song come out of his lips. One of his best-selling albums. You know what I'm saying? Hit the Road Jack. Like, nigga, I wrote that. And nobody gonna believe you. Man, I wrote Hit the Road Jack. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you, we don't play the devil's music down here. Downtown. We sell it to our brother from another mother in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you, lady, as long as they can keep them shackles on you, as long as they can make it acceptable that you don't deserve the best. You know, other people deserve the best, not you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why it became to the point how you started accepting it and wouldn't do anything about it. But that's just the way that they pimped you. You know, they say, you know, we don't go for that. We don't allow that. Mama don't allow that. I don't care what your mama don't allow. I'm gonna play my banjo anyhow. We know that mama don't allow that around here. But you know why the reason mama's sitting on her ass? Because she's selling your stuff, you know what I'm saying? And telling you that the devil music is not played around here. But she living off of it though, you know what I'm saying? She's sitting off of her ass. She going out there to the most expensive shopping centers and buying everything in her closet with your shit and telling you that it's unacceptable. You need to go to the crazy house. You see what I'm saying? Sad, but it's true, lady. It's sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time they say, goddamn, we gonna put this German Shepherd on their ass, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of time that we might not be able to get away with it ever again, but this time get the camera rolling. I'm gonna take a chunk out of his ass with the German Shepherd and this Billy Club, because that's how they felt about it. They're like, you might be able to trick some folks, but motherfucker, this time we gonna get your ass for old and new. We're going down there selling that boy shit and not giving him no credit for it, you know what I'm saying? But I tell you, like, man, a lot of times, just like the lawyer told me, Coronado, sometimes it's not always about winning. It's about knowing the difference, man. You know? It's about knowing the difference. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I thought about it. It's limits to a settlement. A settlement limits you. But if you don't settle, there's no limit to it. It can keep going and keep going and keep going. There's no limit to the money that can be generated off of somebody trying to play you like a fiddle. It's just no limit to it. You know? But if you settle, they're going to say, you can't say nothing else about this. Not another goddamn phrase about this here. You understand me? You know what I mean? But I tell you, a lot of time if you don't settle, goddamn, just think about the money that I'm generating off of folks doing me wrong. You know what I mean? People they love talking about it. They love for me to explain to them why they supposed to be in church begging for the Lord not to send them to hell. For people that do you wrong, they love to hear it, you know. Because rarely have they ever listened to somebody that made them feel guilty. They just don't. Most people don't feel guilty. They get away with highway robbery and they don't feel no guilt about it. But when you can get somebody to get them that gut feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? They start feeling like they really is going to hell. They're going to start tuning into it. You know what I mean? They'll never forget the day your daddy became born again. He was scared as hell. You know what I mean? He was scared. You know what I mean? They said they got a man that was stronger than Wolfman Jack on the radio and had them folks scared as hell, man. You know what I mean? They actually felt like either the devil or somebody was gonna come and take their goddamn spirit from them, because they just felt like time had caught up with them. You know what I'm saying? That somebody had found something better than the solution to take them out. You know what I'm saying? And virtually it was just telling them about themselves. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for them to function. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that was contributing to them and they Ponzi scheme, a lot of those institutions closed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those institutions, they said they couldn't do it no more because the pressure was on them. You know, stuff was building up against them where they couldn't continue to keep themselves in jeopardy doing it. You know what I mean? And a lot of those people that was in those Ponzi schemes, they didn't have no way to get compensated for the lies. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of their stuff was cut off and stuff like that. But nevertheless, lady, you know, but I tell you, baby, let me tell you, that wolf take a chunk out your ass, baby. I tell you. You know, a lot of people don't never get to talk about it. That a wolf took a chunk out their ass. You know? A wolf dog took a chunk out your ass?